my name is Yana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 183. Welcome back. We will be talking about knitting and some other things as well. You can find me on Instagram as Knits, and on Ravelry as Knits, and on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories. Let's begin. Let's start with the obvious, with the big Moomin in the room. Not elephant, but Moomin. I have a finished object this week, and I'm proudly wearing it because it's done. It's been blocked, and it has buttons on. So as you can see, I finished my lovely Moominmamma vest. And I'm very proud of it. It's one of those projects that took a lot of time and effort to finish. Yeah, so this is Moominmamma vest the pattern is by Grey Level Knitter, and it can be found in a book published by Lina Publishing, which is called The Art of the Sea. It's a collection of patterns inspired by Tove Jansson and her work, and yeah, everything around. Tove Jansson is a Swedish-speaking Finnish author that's known for her Moomin series and Moomins. That's Moominmamma. That's Moominmamma. I realized that not everybody is familiar with Moomins. Shock, horror. Moomins are my favorite. But yeah, Moomins are these fictional characters that live their very quiet life. Sometimes they go on adventures. It's a family of Moominmamma, Moominpapa. They have son, and then there are many other characters surrounding them. So yeah, there are books and TV series and cartoons and comics and whatever you can imagine. But I would recommend starting with the books. They were written quite a while ago, and you would think they are for children, but I would say they are for adults, also for adults. So yeah. Back to the vest. Short intro into Moomins, just in case somebody doesn't know who they are. Go to your local library. You will most likely find a book because they have been translated in many different languages. Like, yes. So I need this. I was inspired very heavily also by lovely Amrit from Amrit Strick, because she showed almost exact same looking vest. Hers was in a slightly different yarn. I think that the main one was different. She had yarn by Camaros, if I remember right. Anyway, Amrit Strick is a lovely yarn store in Denmark. They carry my yarn, by the way, which is also used in the Moomin vest. Shameless plug, but I'm advertising them, not myself. They are lovely. So, sorry, I'm all over the place. Lack of sleep. Gather yourself, woman. Back to the vest. Size 2. Very generous ease. Probably could have done with size 1. Like, in a regular patterns, I usually knit size 4, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. So this is size 2. I think it had only 4 sizes. So if you're in between, you can probably safely size down on this one. Here we are. It's in double knitting technique, so it's double-sided, it's reversible. It has Moominmamma knitting on the back. I styled it today with a white shirt and jeans. You're not gonna believe, but I am wearing jeans. You can't see, but they are there. So let's talk about the yarns. I used yarn from my stash, which was Isager Soft in white and then in this dark gray. They have some kind of numbers for colors, but you can find them easily. And then this one is Kit to Yarns Boucle DK in color caramel, which I hand dyed. These were some old seconds that I had in stash, and they were supposed to be something else, but they are much better as a vest. So yeah, it's a double knitting technique. The whole waist is in double knitting. Reversible. So that's one side. That's the other side. I ordered lovely whimsical buttons from a shop in France. Yeah, I had to order buttons from France. That's the store. I will also link them down below. Lovely, lovely service, very fast delivery all the way from France to Finland. They came quickly in an envelope. And I was looking for a very specific, whimsical Moomin themed buttons. I didn't want buttons with Moomins on them, but I wanted something to tie in the Moominmamma because she's my favorite. She's one of my favorite characters. So I chose the buttons that represent Moominmamma to me. Let me show you. So that's a coffee pot. That's a little cup that she drinks coffee from. That's her little purse. Can you believe I managed to find a button that looks like Moominmamma's signature purse? That one is just a bowl. Moominmamma cooks, so let's say she mixes pancakes in that one, but it goes with the cup and with the coffee pot. And then there is a jam jar. She makes jam. This one is strawberry, but I couldn't get the raspberry jam. I think she makes raspberry jam. And then there is a little chicken, little red chicken, because in one of the stories there were chickens involved. I also had a rose as an option because Moominmamma grows roses, but it was a bit too small in comparison to other ones. I know that my coffee pot is on a large side, but it doesn't bother me. I put it first. Oh, and then I added another buttons on this side as well, and these have real flowers in them. I wanted to use cedar wood buttons with little flowers engraved on them, but I only had 5, and I made 6 buttonholes, so I couldn't use those. And I was a bit upset I couldn't use them, but then I found these, and I think they are lovely. They represent summer and yeah, flower fields, meadows, and just warmth. They look like little sunshines. Okay. What else I could tell you about it? I really love it. It's nice and warm, and I managed to fix the floats. If you've seen my episode from a couple of weeks ago, I showed you that I had an issue with the white floats here because of the way pickup ratio for the stitches. So what I did, I took this dark gray yarn and I basically mattress stitch it shut, like all along this line. It doesn't create extra bulk, but it fixed the issue. And then this side I just left as is. It doesn't really bother me as much. So yeah, I love this thing. I'm very proud that I finished it. Double knitting sounds like a scary beast, but let me tell you, it's not as bad as it looks. And I encourage you to try, even with a little coaster maybe, or something like that. Yeah, because this was manageable. If you pay attention and focus, I had some mistakes, but it was easy, relatively easy to fix them, because you're doing color work with 2 yarns at the same time, and it takes a bit of concentration, but it wasn't as bad as I originally envisioned. Because when I saw it in the book, it looked intimidating. And I'm not a new knitter. I've been knitting for over 35 years. Yeah, I learned as a child, and I'm in my 40s now. Yeah. It's not as bad. If you're adventurous beginner, I would encourage you to try double knitting. It's not as bad. Just a little bit of focus and learning. Sorry, now I'm fiddling with my collar. Yeah, just try. It's not as bad. So that's my one and only finished object today, but I did bring a few whips to show you. Let's start with probably the most exciting one. And the one where the knitting bit is finished. It's my La Prairie by Hohi Locatelli, my Advent project that I'm knitting with beautiful yarn Advent from Homespun House. Hi Molly, if you're watching, thank you. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I used all the 24 colors in the order they came, and I knit my La Prairie cardigan. It's turned inside out now because I'm dealing with this at the moment. And I calculated that, oh, there are 144 yarn ends, like, that's manageable. And then I turned it inside out and found a bunch more because for some reason I forgot that it was made in parts, that there was a back panel first, then 2 front panels, and only then we joined it in the round. So of course there is probably like 200 ends to weave in. And I think I'm more than third done. I think it's more than a third, but not quite half yet. I've been weaving in from all the possible directions. I finished the ones on the body here, and now I have this. could this be a look? The hairy armpit look. Could we just leave them? Pull them to the outside and leave them? So yeah, I've been slowly dealing with this, but the knitting bit is finished. I used up almost all the yarn, almost the whole calendar. I have tiny bits and pieces left from each mini skein. I think not even all mini skeins. Some I used till the end. So yeah, just a bit more of weaving in, and then I will have another fabulous finished object. Not gonna say that next week. Not gonna promise anything, but maybe next week. Oh, next week Friday is free, so the kids will be at home because it's Labor Day. So I'm not sure how will my recording schedule go, but you will probably see something. Maybe earlier, maybe later. I don't know yet, but just if you don't see the episode on the usual time, don't be concerned. It's a family situation with everybody being at home. But yeah. Million baubles. Boblets. We call them boblets. That's my husband's name for little baubles. So, I love it. I love it. Still a whip, though. Not finished. Okay. My next one is, again, another one you have seen quite a few times. It's the Big Kiddos green blanket. Bits and Bobs by K.F. Jones. I was there I was last week. So a bit more, a few centimeters more, so like good 3 centimeters have been added. I'm now working with 2 yarns that 2 of my lovely friends sent me. This one is from my friend Jess, and this one is from my friend Lynn Beata, and I'm holding them together because they contributed to Big Kiddos blanket. And yeah, I've been working on this slowly in the evenings, when my brain capacity is maxed out and I can only do knit stitches. But you need to have projects like that. Variety is good. You get things done. Next one, you have also seen it a couple of months ago, and it's a practical knit. It's a practical knit that I'm making a shawl for my garden, for my gardening needs, and it's almost done. Yay. This one doesn't have a pattern, but you can find a lot of similar looking shawls if you search either for Sontag shawl or Outlanders type of a shawl. It's the triangular shawl with slightly long wings that you put over your shoulders, crisscross over this area, and then tie on the back, and it gives you nice extra layer, like to do something, to carry food, to work in the garden, or maybe just have a nice walk in a park or a nearby forest. Whatever you choose to do. I'm making this to do things outside because sometimes I feel cold in this area and we want it covered. So I started binding off this morning, and I got through half of it, and then I had to leave. So it's almost finished. And I'm knitting it in my hand spun goat fiber that I frogged another shawl, and now I'm knitting it. If you saw the whip episode of this year, you've seen this yarn. So I don't know how to show it to you because the needle is still in half of the shawl and it's rather short. So here we are. Sorry, it's dark. You probably can't see a thing. But here we are. I'm using a very stretchy bind off to make this as long as possible, and I used up nearly all the yarn. I'm holding it double. There are two different little balls. I probably could have managed one more row before binding off, but I didn't want to play the game of yarn chicken. It's not a fun game, and I often lose, so yeah. Here we are. Just a little shawl. I think I'm gonna brush it also slightly because this is goat, and it will give nice warm fluffy layer that will keep me even warmer. So can't wait. So that's my little practical knit that's almost done. Just a garter. I'm doing increases. It's a 4-row repeat. On the first row I do increases on the tips of the wings, and there is a center stitch, like a central spine. I'm not sure, does it show up on the camera? There is a line. So I do 2 here and then 1 on each edge, on each wing. Then second row I just knit, third row goes as a first row, and then on the 4th row I only do increases on the wings just to make them longer to be able to tie it behind my back. Yes, that's how it goes. Just quickly. So that one. Do I have anything else? Yes, I do. Another practical knit. Don't laugh. Another garden knit. I just started. I'm making, what were they called? They were called Magical Wristlets by Anarkiv. I've knit these before, my white fluffy ones that I wear in winter. But the weather has been so cold. So cold. I think we have some kind of northern wind that just blows through you. It goes through your soul, through your bones, through your soul, through everything. And I've been cold while doing things outside. And stupid me, one day I wore my white wristlets, and they were so dirty after an hour outside. I wasn't even digging anything. I was just carrying stuff, and then I managed to get them clean, and then I decided, okay woman, knit yourself a darker pair. And I had this yarn. I found a leftover, and quite big leftover. I'm not sure how I missed it in my stash. I don't know why I have this much left. It's a leftover from my Weekender sweater by Andrea Maury, and this yarn is Tukuwool Nordic Resilk that I bought last year at Jyväskylä Knit Fest. I bought a sweater quantity and I managed to get a little hat out of the leftover, and still this much left, so I'm making a pair of little wristlets, little hand warmers, just to wear around the yard, because it's a nice dark color and it has wool in it. They will keep me warm. But it also has silk in it, recycled silk, so it makes them nice and soft. Just started. Here we are. These are truly magical. You knit them flat as one piece, and then you just seam it up, and there you go. You have a nice, lovely wristlet. So yeah. There, my little whip, little cast on. Do I have anything else? No, that's all the knitting. The next one is a little bit of happy mail. Again, I've been spoiled rotten. I just received it this morning from Anu. Hey Anu. I got a little envelope with treasures in them. I have a sheet of stickers. I have some precious mushroom sticker and a few markers. Oh, there is a frog one. there is a frog one. Then I have a precious little fox card that was purchased in Japan. Wonderful. And then kids got a little something as well. There was an envelope with stickers and Pokemon cards for the kids. They will be so excited. I will give it to them when they come from school. Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm afraid to drop them. I I might keep the kitty for myself. Kitty is really good. But yeah. Oh, that's probably, I know nothing about Pokemon cards, but that looks good. Thank you so much, Anu. Kiitos, Anu. I really enjoyed the little bit of happy mail on Friday morning. So, what else I could tell you today? The red yarn, red yarn question. What should I knit with these? I showed these last week that my friend Leah sent me from Canada. Some lovely Canadian yarn. And I'd like to thank you all for the wonderful suggestions. I made a list. I went through all the patterns. So many good options. I have top 3. I didn't want anything with short sleeves. I decided that no, it has to be either a garment with long sleeves or maybe a shawl. And it's just 150 grams of yarn, so I think the only garment I could get out of this is either Elton Cardigan by Johi Locatelli or Vaka Cardigan by Anna Johanna. I've knit both, and I have to say I do prefer Vaka because of how it fits on my body personally. Elton is also lovely, but it is boxy, it has quite narrow sleeves. I don't know. I think I wear my Vaka more than I do Elton. I can tell you that. So it will either be a Vaka cardigan by Anna Johanna, or I have 2 more shawls that I'd like to mention. My friend Cara suggested Beck's shawl by Twinset and Pearl, and then I went to Twinset and Pearl Ravelry store, and there are so many good things there. I'd recommend checking it out. Beck's shawl looked really nice, but then I looked at it and I enjoyed it with a speckled or variegated yarn. I think it would look better in that rather than in a solid. But my friend Jess suggested Bayside Breezer shawl. I have written it down by Margaret. Oh, I can't read my own handwriting. I'll put it on a screen. Sorry. I have no idea what I scribbled there. That's also quite an interesting shawl, and I think it would look really good in these 2. So I'm between those 2 shawls or a little cardigan, and I don't know yet, so I haven't started yet. Maybe this weekend I'll just pick one out of a hat. There were many other lovely suggestions, and I'm logging them in for future use, so thank you if you took your time to comment and leave a suggestion. Thank you. Let's do a quick knitting chat. Look, the blanket just magically appeared in my hands. So, what have I been up to this week? Another slightly mad week with just running around trying to do a million things at once, but that's nothing new. That's the usual around these hoods. So yeah. Kids' doctor's appointments, still moving my workplace to a new place. Anyway, a lot of big and little things happening. The weather got cold. We had beautiful 2 or 3 warm days when it was plus 15, 16, and then something changed and it got so cold that we could only be outside in small increments, and then you would need to go and warm your bones somewhere. But nevertheless, still spending a lot of time outside. Yeah, cleaning the corners, because you know, spring in the countryside. I hope it gets warmer. So what else? Oh, if you've been following the whole frog drama, Claire Garland, Dot Pebbles and her lovely frogs, I saw that it finally got resolved. I saw that it got resolved, and Claire will be credited for her work and mentioned that the frogs come from there. And I saw a few comments that, oh, it's a frog. How many ways are there to knit a frog? Well, I think there are at least 100 frog patterns on Ravelry, and that's just on Ravelry. And if you go through them, there is not even one that looks like Claire's specific frog, because turns out there are at least 100 ways to knit or crochet a frog. Because I think the specific construction and all the little details and techniques that she uses, they are unique to her, and that's what makes the frog unique. And the company, they admitted it. I think they are signing some kind of agreement. I still need to go and read the whole thing that Claire posted on Instagram. I haven't had time, but main thing, it's resolved. I still have a bitter taste in my mouth from the whole situation, but that's the good news. Main thing that Claire is happy with the resolution, and yeah, not gonna talk about it anymore. I still have my opinions on the topic, but it's all right. We all do. Yes. What else? So Labor Day in Finland is next Friday, 1st of May. That's a free day. Kids will be at home, and it just came to me that we usually make this very specific Finnish drink. It's called sima. It's like a fermented soft drink. It's non-alcoholic, or you can make it like low alcoholic. We do the non-alcoholic version, and you need to start it like a week in advance, and today would be the day to start. And this house has no yeast because I live with a great Finnish baker, so we're all the time out of either yeast or flour or both, and I need to go to store and panic buy stuff to make sima from. I need lemons and yeast. Sugar we have at home. So need to get started on that, because everybody enjoys it, and I promised a pink version for Sophia, because she wants everything pink. I can't blame her. I like pink things as well. So I think that's all that I have for you today. I should get going and start the weekend and exhale for a bit. Let's hope the weather is nice, so I can maybe sit on a porch and knit for a moment. That would be lovely. Or spin. Haven't done that in a couple of days again. I'm wishing you all a lovely weekend or week ahead whenever you're watching it. Let me know what you're working on. Do you already have leaves, flowers? If you're in Central Europe, you probably do. We barely have anything. The first flowers are here and the leaves are opening, and I'm walking around like a kid in a candy store every morning and watching what's new in the garden. Tulips. Today we have tulips. They are not open yet, but I can already peek a little color preview from the tulips that are in a warm spot in front of the house. Sorry, again, a little detour. I was saying goodbye, so take care, keep knitting, look up at the sun, enjoy the weather, and I will see you next week. Be good to yourself and others. Heippa!